stay in a child's pose. So we're going to come to the back of our mat, coming down to all fours. Bring the knees nice and wide apart, big toes to touch, and just folding the body forward. Taking this nice long stretch here. Beautiful, letting the chest sink down. Getting a stretch through the lower back here. And I want you to make sure that your forehead is supported here. So you're not having your head hanging in space. So just make sure that your forehead is supported. I'm going to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb so we don't get disturbed here. Nice. And taking another couple of breaths here. Maybe a big sigh out. Maybe one more like that. Then from here, we're going to walk our hands over to the right hand side. So we can get a stretch through the left hand side of the body. So taking a couple of nice big deep breaths into the left hand side of the body. And then bringing it back to center. And we'll just make sure everyone stays on mute just so we don't get any background noise for everyone. Obviously, if you do need to pop yourself off mute just to ask any questions and that kind of thing, please pop yourself back on mute afterwards. So from center, we're going to walk our hands over to the left hand side. So taking a stretch through the right hand side of the body. That's it, and coming on back to center. Beautiful. Take one or two more big deep breaths here. See if you can sink your hips a little bit closer to the heels. And then slowly walking your way back up to all fours. So we'll stack our shoulders over our wrists or our wrists under our shoulders and knees underneath the hips here. So you're on all fours here. We'll take a little round of cat-cow. So inhale, looking up. Exhale, lift the belly up around the spine. Then inhale and exhale. Taking a couple more here. Inhale, looking up. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, looking up. And exhale. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Lucky last one here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, we'll slowly start to take our hips around in some nice big circles here. We'll be coming into a little bit of balance work today as well. And maybe take it sort of side to side, a little funky cat-cow. And then from here, we're going to push the toes or tuck the toes under and walk the hands back. Now, obviously, if you have quite tight feet like I do, muscles in the soles of my feet tend to get quite tight and sore sometimes. So I'm going to keep my hands here on the floor for a little bit of support. If you want to walk your hands a little bit further back and bring them onto the shins into this kind of pose here, you can do that as well. Obviously, we're all slightly different. We all have slightly different bodies, different things going on. And so what works for me might be different for you. Take another couple of breaths here. Whatever you do, wherever you are, keep your shoulders down away from the ears. Awesome. And then from here, walk the hands forward again, untuck the toes, take a little massage through the feet, tapping them onto the floor. That's it. Nice work. And from here, I'm going to walk the hands a little bit further forward, tuck the toes under and push back up to our first down dog of the class this morning. So when you arrive, take a little pedal out through the feet, bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Beautiful. Take another couple of breaths here. And then bringing it back to center. Nice even weight between the 2 feet. Pushing all the knuckles of the hand down into the floor. So it's not just the heel of the hand and the fingertips. You actually want to feel the knuckles of your hand in contact with the floor as well. So take one more breath and lifting up to tiptoes, and we'll slowly walk the feet forward to meet the hands, however you get there. Beautiful. Once you arrive, take a little ragdoll pose, grasping opposite elbows, and maybe take a little sway from side to side. So you notice my belly is in contact with my thighs, so bend the knees a lot to allow this to happen, if you need to, that is. Maybe a little sway from side to side. My neck hangs long. So you really want to elongate the neck, no pressure through the neck at all. And release the hands down towards the floor, and we'll slowly roll on up to stand. So if that means bringing hands to the shins, do that. Otherwise, just a nice little roll up, shoulders and neck come up last. Open out to the front. Take another couple of breaths here. So from here, really draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone down, keep this nice neutral spine with the belly tucked in. Now this is really going to help with your balance later on in class. Beautiful, shoulders down away from the ears. One more breath in. And out. Beautiful. From here, inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring them down through heart center. Let's go one more. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, folding. Beautiful. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back on the right leg. So step the right leg back nice and long. Coming into this little lunge position here, and we drop the back knee down towards the floor. Inhale, let's lift on up, crescent lunge. That's it. 1 or 2 more breaths here. That's it. Nice work. You're going to stretch through that hip flexor on the right leg. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down towards the mat. And then stepping back through the left leg. So coming to this all fours or plank position here. So plank position on the knees, your body is in one nice long line here. So bend at the knees, shoulders stay stacked over the wrists. So it's not hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, body in a line. So hips are forward from the knees. And from here, hold your plank, core on, keep that braced. And we slowly lower all the way down to the mat, bending through the elbows rather than the hips. So bend, 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 come all the way down. Inhale, take our little cobra. So really light through the hands, using the shoulder muscles and the back of the body to lift up as opposed to the hands. Lower back down. Hands are by your ribs here. And then inhale, lifting on up. Beautiful. One more breath here. Exhale to lower. That's it. Nice work. Take a moment here. Release through the glutes if they've started to tighten up a little bit and contract. And then from here, we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to push back up to our down dog. Use the knees to get there. Pushing up, tuck toes, and lift. Take a little pedal out through the feet if that feels good. And slowly coming back to center. Beautiful. From here, lifting on up to tiptoes and bringing our right foot forward. So if that means you reach back and give it a helping hand, that's good. If it means dropping the back knee down towards the floor to give yourself a hand, that's fine as well. From here, draw the belly in, pushing into the front leg, lifting on up, crescent lunge. Take another breath or two here. That's it. Nice, and exhale, hands coming on down towards the mat, and then inhale to step forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. That's it, nice work. Inhale, lifting on up. Hands to heart center. That's it. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we take a halfway lift and exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, left leg steps long. Beautiful. Draw the belly in, stabilize, and lower the back knee down towards the floor. Untuck the toes if you like, lifting on up for that hip flexor stretch on the second side. Taking a couple of breaths in here. Try and maybe push the top of that left foot into the floor. One more breath, little fingers come to center. Exhale, hands release down towards the mat, stepping right leg back. Beautiful. Coming to our plank position on our knees. So roll the body forward, setting yourself up here. Strong core. And we exhale to lower down. Beautiful. That's it. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower. Let's go one more here. Inhale, cobra. Shoulders away from the ears here. Exhale to lower. Tuck the toes under, pushing into the hands, lifting up through our plank position, back to down dog. Take another breath or two here. That's it. From here, inhale, lift to tiptoes, working strength through the lower legs, stepping our left foot through. Give it a helping hand if you need. You can bring the back knee down if you need to help with that. And then inhale, lifting on up, crescent lunge, really pushing into the front leg. Lift on up. Brace the core here. Keep a slight bend in the back knee. And exhale, hands coming on down to the mat. And stepping it forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, lifting on up, working some strength through the back of the legs as you lift. hands to heart. We'll take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Remember that tuck of the tailbone and belly drawing in that we did at the start of class. Try and keep that right throughout the whole entire class. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, right leg. That's it, nice work. Plant the hands down, stepping back, left leg. Beautiful, nice work. You've got an option to bring the knees down to the floor here if they're not already, or you can stay full length with me. We inhale, roll the body forward over the wrists. Exhale, bend the elbows, not letting the hips drop down until now. Bring the hips and chest through. Core switches on if you're coming into up dog, otherwise stay with your cobra that we did before. Pushing back to down dog, however you get there. So if you're coming through that flow with me on your toes, make sure your core stays on the whole entire time and you're not just letting your hips drop down to the floor. Make sure you're bending your elbows and then core stays switched on in our up dog. Beautiful. Right leg is going to come through, so lifting up to tiptoes. Step it through. That's it. Landing nice and lightly. So no elephants in this room. Inhale, lifting on up. Well, if we can help it, that is. Let's bring 1 or 2 more breaths here. Nice tall lunge position here. Strong back leg, strong glutes, strong core. And exhale, hands coming on down to the mat. And lift the back leg up, stepping it through. Take a halfway lift and fold. Beautiful, nice work here. Inhale, let's lift on all the way up. Bring the hands to heart center. Taking a couple of breaths in here. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Inhale, take that halfway lift again. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, left leg. Core braces. Plant the hands, stepping back through the right leg, coming to our plank position. If that's on your knees, if you find your hips are dropping out and you can't bend through your elbows here, come down to your knees. Otherwise, inhale, roll forward. Exhale, bend the elbows wherever you are. Inhale, bring the chest through. Brace the core, brace the glutes, brace the thighs here to keep your lower back supported. Exhale, back through to down dog. Beautiful. Keep the core on the whole entire time. Super important. Take another breath or 2 here. Inhale, lift to tiptoes. Brace the core. Bring the left knee in towards the chest, stepping it through as lightly as you can towards the thumb. Beautiful. Inhale, let's lift on up. Crescent lunge. Take another couple of breaths in here. That's it. Slight bend in the back knee, brace the glutes, brace all the little muscles around the glutes in the thighs, quads, and groin. 1 more breath here. Exhale, hands releasing on down towards the mat. Lift it up and stepping back leg through. Beautiful. Half lift and fold. Inhale, let's lift on up. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Taking a couple of breaths here. I'm going to mix it on up this time around and build on. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, stepping back, right leg. Beautiful, followed by our left. Strong core here. Roll the body forward, use the knees if you need. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Shoulders away from ears. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take another couple of breaths in here. Beautiful, core on. That's it, option. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Keep the hips nice and level, facing down towards the floor here. Exhale, knee to nose. Everyone join us here, knee to nose, stepping it through. Beautiful, nice work. Inhale, let's lift on up, crescent lunge. Beautiful, sinking down nice and low into the lunge. Take another couple of breaths here. Beautiful. And from here, drop the back heel down towards the floor, warrior one. So setting yourself up here, open out, warrior two. Beautiful, looking out over the front arm. Making sure your front knee is in line with your toes and not winging into the center of the mat. Keep it pointing straight out. Take another breath or two here. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Here's where we get tricky. Coming back to center. This time, instead of just reaching forward, we're going to lift the back leg off the floor and come into a little balance pose. So you may take a little hop on the way there. And bring that right hand down towards the floor, or you can bring it to a block or a cushion or something like that if you have one nearby. You can also use a water bottle for this as well. So squeeze into the left glute or side of hip, lift that back leg up a little bit further. Take another breath or two here. Just challenging your balance here, and exhale, release it back down, warrior two. Adjust the feet if you need. Inhale, let's flip and reverse. Exhale, windmill back to center. Reach, straighten through the front arm, coming into Trikonasana. Take a little stretch through the front leg. Beautiful, nice work. And inhale, coming on up to center. You're going to bring the back leg in slightly. Turn the hips to face forward. And we'll take a forward fold over the front leg. Your hands can come to your thigh or to your shin, or if you've got a block or nice solid water bottle or something like that, you can bring your hands down to that. And take a nice stretch through the front leg, back of the front leg that is. Keep the shoulders away from the ears here and keep the hips facing forward. Beautiful, take another couple of breaths here. Beautiful, and from here, inhale, lifting on up through the back leg. Take a standing split, one breath. And release the leg down towards the floor. Take a halfway lift and fold. That's it, nice work. Inhale, lifting on all the way up. Hands to heart center. How did you go with that? We're going to take that on the other side as well. So take another breath or two here if you would like. Inhale, arms to rise up. Exhale, folding. Take a halfway lift and exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back, high to low. That's it, setting yourself up here. Rolling the body forward, exhale to low plank. Inhale, roll the chest through. Remember all the cues from before. Exhale, back through to down dog. Taking a couple of breaths in here. Beautiful. That's it. From here, inhale, lifting up our left leg. Option only here. You can keep the feet on the floor if you prefer. One more breath in here. Exhale, knee to nose. Stepping it through, nice and softly. No elephants here. Inhale, let's lift on up. Crescent lunge, coming on all the way up. Take another breath or two here. That's it, nice work. Exhale, keep the hips facing forward. Drop the back heel down into the center of your, or towards the center of your mat. One more breath in here. Keep the core on. Open out, warrior two. That's it. Taking a couple of breaths here. Arms stretch out in opposite directions. Check out the positioning of your front knee. Keep it in line with the toes. Inhale, we flip reverse. Exhale, come back to center and get ready to come into our balance. Reach forward and exhale, coming on down into that half moon pose. Use your block, water bottle, whatever you have. Lift the back leg a little bit higher if you can. Really brace the glutes. Body faces out towards the side of the room if you can. Take one more breath here. Beautiful. And then exhale, slowly release it back down, warrior two. That's it. Your strength through that front leg. That's it. Inhale, let's rise. Flip reverse. Come back to center. Straighten the front leg, brace the glutes, coming into our Trikonasana or triangle pose. I wonder if you can guess why this is called triangle pose. Taking one or two more breaths here. That's it. Inhale, let's rise. Flip reverse and step that back leg through slightly. Bring the hips around to face the front of the room again. Keep the front leg straight, and we're going to take that forward fold over the front leg, taking a hamstring stretch here. Once again, hands to thighs, shin, ankle, or if you've got a block, you can also block or a sturdy water bottle, you can also use that as well. So keeping the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Taking a stretch through the back of the front leg. And slowly, if you've got anything underneath your hands, like a block or anything, releasing that out of the way. And then inhale, lifting on up through the back leg. Hover for a breath, and then release the foot down towards the floor. Inhale, we take a halfway lift, and we fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up, and hands to heart center. We're going to take that one more time through before we build on and mix it up a little bit. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, folding. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale, folding. Plant the hands, stepping back. Come through our high to low plank. If you're on your knees here, absolutely fine as well. And lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, bring the chest through. Exhale, back through to down dog, really bracing through the core here. Take another breath or two. Awesome. And from here, inhale, lifting up our right leg. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose and stepping it through. That's it. Inhale, we lift. Crescent lunge here, settling in. Beautiful. Strong through the legs. Drop the back heel down in towards center. Warrior one. That's it. Open out. Warrior two. That's it. Flip the front palm. Reverse our warrior. Exhale, coming back to center. We're coming into our half moon, so really bring right hand forward. Lift the back left leg up. You've got an option. Use your block, fingers to the floor, water bottle cushion, whatever you can reach here. If you need to have the back toes tapped on the floor, that's an option as well. We're going to take 2 to 3 more breaths here. Nice long hold in our balance. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting on up. Bend the front knee, core on. Warrior 2. Flip and reverse. Straighten through the front leg. Bring it back to center. Let's move to our triangle pose. Reach the arm forward. Sink to our Trikonasana. Core stays switched on here. 1 or 2 more breaths. Inhale, let's lift on up. Beautiful. Hands can come to the hips if you like. We're going to take half a step forward with that back leg. Pivot the hips around to face the front of the room. And then we exhale, folding forward. Try not to lose your balance like me. Once again, option to use whatever props you might have, if any. Or bring the hands to the shin, the thigh, or even the floor if you've got the space. My hamstrings are too tight to do the floor, so I'm not going to go there. Beautiful. Keep the shoulders away from the ears here. Take 1 or 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Awesome. And slowly from here, lift on partway up, remove any props out of the way, lift the back leg up, standing splits, hover, and slowly release. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale to lift. Hands to heart center. Let's go on to the other side. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping back. Both legs come back into our high plank. Use your knees if you need. Roll the body forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog or cobra, core on. Exhale, back through to down dog, lifting through the core here. Take another breath or 2. That's it. And from here, inhale, lifting on up. Left leg. Exhale, bring the knee to nose, stepping it through. Nice and lightly, coming up into our crescent lunge. Beautiful, lifting on up. Everything pulls in towards center. Arms lift. That's it. Take another breath or 2 here. We drop the back heel down into the center of your mat. And we open out. That's it. Nice work. Take another breath or 2 here. That's it. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, come back to center. Slowly bring the body all the way forward. You know where we're going, into that balance. Bring the hand down, grabbing any props that you might need. Lift the back leg a little bit higher, open out to the side of the room. That's it. Lift the back leg a little bit higher, squeeze the glute. And 1 more breath. Slowly release it back down towards the mat, warrior 2. That's it. Flip the front palm. Straighten through the front leg. Come back to center. Reach the body forward. Exhale to Trikonasana. That's it. Taking a couple of breaths here. That's it. Inhale, lift on back to center. Hands can come to the hips if you like. We're going to step that back leg part way forward. Hips come to face the front of the room. And exhale, folding forward over the front leg. Once again, you've got an option to use your block or hands to shin or thigh. Keep the shoulders away from the ears here. And then inhale, slowly lifting on up through the back leg. Standing splits. And release it down towards the mat. Take a halfway lift and fold. Beautiful. Inhale, let's lift on all the way up. Bring the hands to the heart center. That's it. Take a little roll out through the shoulders. And we're going to come into a little balance sequence here. So we're going to come into a tree pose today. So open the shoulders out, nice, tall, strong posture. And then from here, we're going to lift on up through the right leg. Beautiful. Really pull everything in. Bring it out to the side. Grabbing your ankle, bringing it into the thigh. Now, if this is not for you, you can also bring it to the calf, or you can bring the toes to the floor and the heel just above the ankle. So take your pick where you might want to go today out of those three options. Just making sure your foot is not landing onto your knee or your ankle. Once you're stable, pushing the standing leg into the lifted leg, getting your balance here. If you've got slippery leggings on like me, it might be a little bit tricky. Opening up, slippery leggings. Take a breath or two more. And slowly releasing. We're going to take 2 rounds on each side here. So roll out the shoulders if you need, open out into our mountain pose. Take another breath or 2 here. And then inhale, lifting the other leg up. Beautiful, bring it out to the side. Now take your pick. We have the option of thigh or knee, or not knee, we want to avoid the knee, thigh, calf, or floor and below, above the ankle. So take your pick where you're going today. Take another breath or 2 in here. And slowly start to release. Take a little roll out. Beautiful. Inhale, arms to lift on up. Hands through heart center. Let's go one more round on each side here. Inhale, lifting on up. Bring it out to the side. Back to our first side here. Setting it in. Core on, keep the tailbone tucked under slightly. Core really braces here. Feel those ankles work. And slowly releasing down. Let's take the other side again. So inhale, lifting on up. Second side, bring it out to the side. And bring it to whichever option you're coming into today. You can have your arms out like a tree, or alternatively you can have them at heart center, depending on what works best for you. We'll take another couple of breaths here. Then inhale, lifting on up. Exhale, releasing. Take a little shake out through the legs. We're going to make our way down onto our back. So slowly release. Coming down through a squat position, knees can come out to the side. Then slowly release back down onto your mat. Beautiful, extending everything out nice and long. Hug the knees in towards the chest if that feels good. And maybe take a little supine twist. Drop the knees over to one side. Bring it back to center and then drop them over to the opposite side. Bring it back up to center, and if you would like, cross one ankle over the opposite knee. Take a quick little supine pigeon here. Thread the needle, draw the bottom leg in, keep the head on the floor. And slowly release that. We'll take that onto the other side. Nice quick little hold. And slowly releasing. We're just going to take about 4 or 5 breaths here in our Shavasana today. So settling the body back onto the mat, toes fall out to the side. Release the body back onto the mat. Nice deep breaths here. Now, if you do have time to rest here for a little bit longer, I would totally encourage that. Otherwise, if you do need to move on with your day, slowly bringing a little bit of movement back into the fingers and toes, and then rolling over to your preferred side. Taking a breath or two here on your side, and then slowly coming up to a comfortable seat. Whatever that comfortable seat looks like for you. That's it. Take 1 or 2 more breaths here. My quote for you today is from Adam Grant, who said, "Who you are should be a question of what you value, not what you believe. The best way to stay true to your values is to stay open to rethinking your views." So my encouragement to you this week, is there anything that you might need to have a little bit of a rethink about? Thank you for joining me today, guys. Have an amazing rest of your week. Whatever you have on, any comments or questions, please let me know. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you.